Another Mini Motorways video. Let's have it. Playing in my favourite map again. Again, don't ask me where. I literally googled it in one. Was it the last video? And I still can't remember. Was it? No, I was going to embarrass myself then. I can't remember where it is. But you recognise the map if you've been watching my videos. And yeah, I've already done a few recordings today, as you can maybe tell, because I'm still wearing exactly the same outfit. And I've just sat down and sort of looked at what I could do with my day, or what jobs I've got to get done. And out of all the options, I've thought, you know what, I'm just going to play this again, because that's what I want to do. So that's what we are doing. So let's see how we get on. Again, probably not going to get a high score, purely just playing for fun. But obviously be really good if I could get a high score, so it's sort of in the back of my mind. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. As you might have seen from some of my other videos, a lot of it is sometimes down to the game. Like, is it going to let the cars get to the businesses on time? So yeah, we'll just have to see how it pans out and how well we get on. Okay, so we started with the 2 red businesses that we always do. We've got 3 red houses. It's coping fine at the minute. Obviously we've got segregation because there's only one colour. We are playing in the sped up version of the game, and it's Sunday, so we're going to get an upgrade. We always get the same upgrade first time round on this map, so I always go for roundabout. I much prefer roundabouts to traffic lights. Just as I've said before, they take up more space, but they're really good when you've got a mix of colours going in different directions. So let's see, are we going to get yellow next, do we think? I mean, last time it was yellow next. It could be a dark blue though. Just seems to be completely random. We've got a yellow one, okay. And I'm happy it's not. I mean, so far on all the ones I've played, the yellow has always been like over here, and you've had to go round, so I'm happy it's somewhere a bit different. It's nice when the game throws different things at you. It's not fun when it's exactly the same every time. And that's something that I do like about this map as well. It does just seem completely different, I think, every time you play. Apart from the fact, you know, you get the same colours in the same order, usually. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. I did think about setting up my new PC, which I mentioned a few videos ago. But I really don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know, like, my thought was to use the PC for gaming, but now I don't know whether to just keep using my laptop. Let's see if we can make this better, which we can. We're going to make yellows go there and blues can loop past it. So, disconnect. Make that go that way. Yeah, I thought about using my PC for gaming, and now I don't know. So have I just bought a PC for nothing? But it was so cheap, so I'm not necessarily lost out on a lot of money. I'd be gutted if I got a proper expensive PC. I'd just use that, wouldn't I? I don't know. Anyway, as much as I want to set it up, it's sort of like, what's the point? Because it won't connect to Wi-Fi, so I won't be able to get anything on it unless I go buy more stuff, and I don't ever want to spend more money. Yikes, don't know. So I don't know whether to just keep using this, as I've mentioned, but we'll see. We will see. So we've got segregated colours. It's not my favourite layout, if I'm honest. I don't really like what's going on over here. But I'm sure that'll change over time anyway. We're definitely going to get things spawning where we don't want them to. So we've got another yellow now. That makes me happy. Okay, looks like we're getting a bit of a yellow streak going. Still completely segregated with the colours, which is fantastic. There's going to come a point eventually where we've got to kind of mix them together. Intermingle them, there we go, I'm saying it again. Cringe. I hate people that say the same things all the time. I like to try and say different things when I can. But yeah, clearly intermingled is a word that is stuck with me. That's my favourite go-to. Should I find some synonyms for intermingle? Mix. Intertwine. That sounds really posh though. I don't want to be too posh. Let's slow the game down while I get these connected. I'm going to make it go that way. Oops. How many road tiles have I got left? 15. Let's do this, and this, and this, and this. There we go. Okay, happy with that. So again, still completely segregated. Motorway next. I wonder what score we'll get to this time. Let's see. Okay, don't really want that red there, but I guess we're going to roll with it. I've said before, 2 colours together is not necessarily the end of the world. But the trouble is that we've only got that one house there. Will that one red house be able to cope with the demand of that red business? I mean, eventually, hopefully, we'll get some more spawning around there. But we're just going to have to see how it pans out. How it pans out. Okay, blue business, which is a bit of a problem. We might have to do a crossroads. I do have a motorway. Is it worth using a motorway on? I'm not sure. Right, we'll do a crossroads and just see how it copes. Yellow car slowed right down then. So that is going to cause a bit of congestion. We'll just keep an eye on it. Might have to kind of tweak it as time goes on. And I've mentioned before about like crossroads at half squares, so because this doesn't actually go through a square, like I don't think you can put traffic lights on it. It doesn't, yeah, for some reason, again, just how the game's programmed. Maybe they'll release an update for that eventually. So the blue one is upgraded. I think it'll do fine though, it's coping fine. We've got kind of basically a separate road for the blues. Plenty of blue houses. The only obstruction is the reds, which are not that busy, so fingers crossed it's all going to flow like clockwork is the phrase, isn't it? So let's see how it does. What will be next? Should I speed the game up? Let's speed up a bit, there's not a lot going on. Just watch the traffic flow in. Fun times. What will be next? Something's going to spawn purple. We're going to get a purple at some point, aren't we? Which I guess will be along the bottom somewhere. Or we could get another yellow over this side, that sometimes happens. Okay, blue is upgraded, and that blue house is not where we want it. What I'm going to do with these blue ones, I don't want them mixing with the yellow as much as I can help it. So I'm going to send them this way. We might need a roundabout there at some point. See, I was going to join that house there and the house spawned. This is the annoying thing about the game. Right, yeah, this area is going to be crazy. Maybe we should just pop a roundabout in. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to do it. So roundabout here. Let me fix the junctions then. That one can be like that. And the rest I think I might just leave for now, actually. I'll have to see how that does. Fingers crossed it will cope well, and there'll be nothing to stress about whatsoever. Right, I would normally speed up, but I don't know if I want to speed up, because I feel like there's plenty to kind of watch now. I mean, I've said before, but I love sort of watching the traffic flow through these sort of things and take it in turns. So bridge or traffic lights. So I've already got 2 bridges and I don't have any traffic lights, so I'm actually going to go for the traffic lights in this case, even though I'm probably not going to use them. We'll see. Okay, another yellow spawning. Now I could go down the bottom or I could go up there. I think I'll go down the bottom. I could go this way, using all those road tiles up. I had a feeling maybe I'd be able to make this into like a double street. I do like to do that sometimes when I can. If you don't get what I mean, hopefully as it grows you'll see what I mean. Basically where, like I've got a row of houses down there and a row of houses down there. And there's no gaps in between like this when you don't know what's going to spawn. Yeah, we'll see. See how it pans out. I'm going to make that go that way in case any houses spawn in here. So we've got a nice layout, but yeah, you just never know how it's going to spawn or how it's going to pan out, so we'll see. We will see. So there's quite a few light blue pins here, but there's plenty of cars just sat waiting, so I don't think it's a problem. It's just a case of them taking the time to get over there. So this needs a motorway really. I'm going to stick a motorway there. Like so. And then those purples can just get straight over and not have to deal with all the other traffic problems. It'd be really good if I could just like, you know, move the purple business or the purple houses closer to each other. Maybe I should try the creative mode at some point. Is it something anyone wants to see? I've never done it before. I just think, I don't know how it would be. You've got like complete control. Is there any challenge to it? I don't know, I've not tried it, so maybe that's something I could do at some point. Right, let's put that red on there, so eventually if that business needs it, Okay, red's upgrading, so that means we're going to get some more red houses, I would think. Yep, but that's on that network, which is fine. 3 houses from one of those businesses is perfect. That is sort of what we want. It will more than cope with demand. Right, let's connect this one in, like so, and then you can just join on there. So yeah, a mix of 2 colours there, and we've got all sorts going on here, haven't we? But it's coping so well. I imagine these are probably, one of them will go to a circle eventually, and circles seem to have a bit more demand, so just see how that goes. Right, we've got a red there. Well, what I'll do, I mean, we don't need the red, so I'm going to ignore it, but if we get to the point where we need that red, I'll connect it in here, so it can get to those businesses if need be. But look, this is coping absolutely fine. We've got plenty of houses available. I love how this one can just go back and forth. That is the ideal scenario, having a house right near a business, but obviously you've got no control over where they spawn. It'd be really interesting to know kind of what the code is on this, but I guess it does just literally choose like a random coordinate to place it and check that it's free. I've probably mentioned, but I've tried to like code some of my own games sort of inspired by this before, but gosh, it's so much work and I always run into a brick wall. I did think, is that I should use my new PC for? Should I use that just for coding my own games? It's got a lot more storage than my laptop, but supposedly apparently the processor is not as good. So yeah, decisions. That was perfect there, the way that's joined in there. It's going to help out with this blue one and that blue one if need be. So yeah, really handy. I'm really happy with how this has flown at the minute. I imagine... Oh, when did that become a circle? I missed that. So yeah, it's maybe going to get busier. We'll just have to see. Got a few circles now. They're all right in the middle of this city, aren't they? I must say, when I googled the city to see where it was, it did look like it had skyscrapers, so makes sense. Would anyone want to see me play a different map? I don't know. Is that something people want to see? I know I'm terrible for sticking. I mean, I love this map. I played LA for ages, didn't I? And now this one is my new favourite. Okay. Right, that's not necessarily a problem. There's now going to be a mix of 3 colours, though. I could try separate those a bit. Let's make it go this way in case any houses spawn up there. I'm very tempted to make this go like this. Straight in there. Then delete this. Connect. And send that one that way. So it just keeps those dark blues separate to the rest of the traffic. Where's that one going to go now? Is it going to go in the house and come back out and then head home, I think? Yeah. Right, red spawned. Okay, there's bits and pieces randomly spawning everywhere, which is great. Seems to be kind of no pattern to it. Let's get a roundabout. Dark blue. Right, well, that will feed that dark blue in that way, I think. Yellow, we will send down here. Oh, and that yellow is actually closest to that one, so that business should hopefully call from that one unless we run into any sorts of problems. There's a tiny bit of build up here. It's coping okay though. We're just gonna have to again keep an eye on it, see how it flows. Yeah, so now the yellows are all clear, it should just let the blues go. It's okay when it takes turns like that, but when it gets really busy and doesn't work, yeah. And that's exactly what I said in the last video about whether a roundabout is the right thing instead of traffic lights. It just depends how busy it is as to which one is most advantageous. So yeah, just gonna have to keep an eye on things. Gosh, this is getting really busy. I mean, I literally could put a motorway in there, and I've got a motorway, so I'm thinking let's do it. I'll still leave a roundabout in there though, because there's a lot of things for the blue to do. So the blues can have a roundabout of their own, and we'll turn this into just a little motorway that goes over the roundabout. I know that does happen in some cities. Yeah, I didn't really want it to go that way, but hey ho. Does the job, so can't complain. Cannot complain. Ah, I've seen that red has spawned. Let's send that way. I want to put it there. I was going to maybe curve it that way, but nah. That'll do. I think. Yeah, because if some more spawn, we can make this like a little cul-de-sac is what I'm thinking. You can always put a traffic light on the junction as well, which just helps it flow. So this is still sorting itself out, isn't it? Look, we've got yellow still going through. Oh, that one's turning around. So there we go, it's sorted itself out now, which means this should flow a lot better. Blues have only got to sort of contend with themselves. and the yellows should be able to just flow, no problems, no interruptions, so those pesky dark blues are not going to get in the way. Right, let's connect that one in. What else spawned? A yellow one. Connect that in too. Make that go that way and free up the road tile. Very handy trick to do, I think, in my opinion. But I'm no expert, am I? Right, we've got a few light blue pins, but plenty of light blue cars, so I'm going to ignore that. I know we've got some light blue houses down in this corner, if you can't see. I'm assuming you can see. Don't know how big my face is. Hopefully quite small, so you can't see it. Right, yellow. Yeah, it's coping fine. It's coping fine. I don't feel like speeding it up though. What are we on? So 650 pins. I've mentioned before about, oh yikes, I'll go bridge, about the guy called, what's he called, Real Civil Engineer, something like that. He does some really good videos. He's obviously really popular, really good at what he does, so hats off to him. But some of his videos cringe me out a bit, and he says that these are upside down shopping bags, and obviously they are not upside down shopping bags, they are pins. So every time he says that, it really cringes me out. They're just like pins like you would get on a map. Is that not obvious? Is that just me? Like, this is a map pin. That is not an upside down shopping bag. I don't know if he's just not realised that. Surely someone said that in his comments. I don't know. Right, that red is not in the right place. We'll ignore it for now. All the reds are coping fine. If I need to, again, I'll probably connect it in that way. Okay, there's a bit of busyness going on here. It's fixable though. If I need to, I can just direct the houses in different directions. That's spawned in a perfect place, so that's good. Got a few reds spawning. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on reds. Light blue, still plenty of them available though, so not a problem. Yeah, look, I'm liking this. This city's nice. I'm enjoying it. Even the mix of the red and the light blue there, it seems to be doing okay, which is really good. Just have to keep an eye on it. I didn't see this turn into a circle, but there seems to be plenty of reds available. Again, just got to keep an eye on it. I think I'm just going to have to sort of watch things. The alternative is to think ahead and imagine it's going to get really busy, which is probably what an expert would do. They'll think ahead, and I mean, like I say, I've seen lots of YouTubers sort of put roads in certain places to stop certain things spawning, which of course you can do. Yeah, I just don't really like doing that. I'd rather sort of play the game a bit more authentically, if you like. Yeah, so everything's flowing at the minute. Plenty to watch. I have a feeling we'll get another purple soon. I've just got a feeling. But I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again. Everything else is doing fine. I'm keeping an eye on this blue. Oh, maybe it'll be red then. We've got red spawning. Yeah, maybe there'll be another red business, just a small one. I reckon maybe somewhere down here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You just have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Can you imagine if you got like some sort of warning, like, I don't know if you played Call of Duty where it said like, enemy airstrike incoming. Or Motorway will have that. If it warned you that there's going to be a business spawning in this area, you can sort of get ready for it. Then, I don't know, would that change the game? It's a bit like Minecraft in some ways. Like, it started so basic and they've added that many things. Sometimes you think, oh, is it ruining it a bit? And I've said before, like, they've got so many amazing things in Minecraft, like all the animals and whatever, but then they don't have like a glass door without you getting a texture pack. Like, what? Crazy, crazy. All those different stained glass windows, yet you can't have a glass door. Right, that is a bit of a problem. If you didn't see that spawn, there's a blue just spawned down here. What I'm going to do is just put a connection in there, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. I mean, only blue should go that way, so that's fine. This one we're going to take around here, just in case again any houses spawn. We'll try and make it look pretty. Okay, so I'm looking at reds and it's getting quite busy. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to connect that red in there, because I said I would do that. Oh, we've got a purple. I had a feeling purple would come eventually, so let's just take that straight down there. Should be fine. And these reds, I want to make the reds go this way. Yeah, look, they're diving in to help out straight away, and this one's struggling a bit too. We've got a motorway, so I might link those ones in as well. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that's given that a few more red ones in case they need it. Gosh, this is a busy area. And this one is struggling a bit. So, do we put a motorway in there? I think the answer should be yes. So, Let's put a junction in so we can try and control it a bit. It must be, yeah, it's nearly Sunday, we're on Saturday, so motorway over there, and then hopefully these reds look, we'll see if they all leave. If they all leave, that's a clue that it's really busy. So only one is left at the minute, the rest are just sat there, so that has solved the problem for the time being, which is good. So let's look at what's not connected. We've got some light blues, and this light blue appears to be struggling, but there's plenty of cars. It's just a case of getting them there, isn't it? I think we're going to need traffic lights down here maybe, so let's preempt that, put some traffic lights on that junction, hopefully it will help out. So we've got a roundabout or traffic lights. I really want to go roundabout, but I think I've only got one traffic light, so I'm actually going to take traffic lights in this example. Hopefully I'm not going to regret that. Okay, we've got a red there too, so let's put a junction in. It's not ideal. Oh, what? That red is obviously not... Oh no, is it going back? It'll go in there, turn around and head back. Right, yeah, we're just going to have to keep on... Uh-oh, this is not good. Oh, look, sometimes this happens where you put traffic lights down and it just stops working. So let's take the traffic lights off. Again, a stupid thing about the game. I mean, I don't know what causes that. Oh no, this is going to be a problem now. See, those traffic lights were just stuck, and I don't get why that happens, but they just weren't doing any... Uh-oh, it's going to be game over. That is so annoying, and this is quite often I'm playing the game and I say, oh, stupid game. This is exactly why it's a stupid game. I don't think that is going to recover now. It's going to be game over because of that, and that wasn't my fault. It's because the traffic lights weren't working. So, at Dinosaur Polo Club, can you please fix your game? Right, I've just thought of a way around this. I can actually... It's going to be too late, so I don't know why I'm trying to fix it. I can put this in here to make the light blues go that way, and then they're not mixing together, and we can completely get rid of that junction. Like that. Oh, it's just going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Look, game over. Oh, that is so annoying. I hate when I lose the game because of the game, if you get me. Very frustrating. Never mind. I hope it was an interesting watch. I liked how that city was going. I mean, I could continue in endless. I don't particularly feel... With this, it does sort of go on forever, and you never sort of know when to stop. I mean, there gets a point where it's okay, and then eventually you're just sort of watching the traffic flow and nothing's happening, and you can't really think of a way to improve your city. So, I mean, I could watch this and see if it does solve the problem. But yeah, to me, it's not the most exciting thing to do. So, I'm going to wrap the video up, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it half as interesting as me, as sometimes I say. And hopefully in the next game, I'm not going to run into that problem. That was not my fault. That was the traffic lights' fault. I'm fully blaming the traffic lights. Right, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon for another video.